Oh, we're supposed to be like. I'm too. Okay.
Hi. Okay. So we need to sketch the layers and structures. What does he? Okay, well, we got red, blue, and black colors. So what do we want to
Start with red.
So should we do the layers? Or
Well, we
what
can
do
see the
want?
layers. Sketch the layers, the structures. You can see the layers like right there, and right there, and right. And they're all like bendy.
That's really bad, but there.
Here we go. I think this is the layer.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good one right there.
Okay, that's supposed to be turned on right now. So just bring
Okay. Sweet.
So sketch the layers, define the type of deformation as brittle or ductile. You want me to Google this?
Yeah, because I have no idea.
Or we can ask Caitlin. Brittle, or ductile. What is the difference between the two? For like a structure / layer of a mountain. It's like we're looking at a mountain range and it wants us to decide. Okay, define this type of deformation as brittle or ductile. So.
Okay, so those.
And then we had to sketch the layers and structures.
Okay.
For the red one.
So brittle and ductile are the behavior, they describe the behavior of a material when under pressure. Will it bend? Will it break? Will it take its original shape back? So looking at those,
So ductile?
those are ductile.
So ductile means they bend.
Ductiles means, yeah, it'll bend, but it will not go back to its original shape once the pressure.
So that's why
So if it's brittle, what does that mean?
It'll just break it.
Oh, okay. But these are bending. So these are definitely ductile. Okay, so are we gonna be able to put words on it? Yeah. Okay.
In the event of ductile, it doesn't regain the shape of plastic. It doesn't.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay, so I thought it was just, okay, that makes sense.
So if you bend it, it's ductile. But if you bend it, stays bent, call it plastic, ductile deformation. If it rebounds, it's elastic.
Okay, I was forgetting the plastic part of that though, because I remembered that was what elastic was.
Decide if it's compression, tensional, or translational. Stress and why. Okay. Fun.
Stress is the only one right now.
Ductile.
Okay.
I could just put notes in my Word document. We can add this
Yeah.
to the bottom of the Word document.
So
So it's ductile because it bends. Because you can see the bends. Bends, and it does not appear to be breaking. And then we need to decide if it's compressional, or compression, tensional, or translational stress. Remember the difference between the three? Are those on here?
out in our logs. So compression. Tension. I'm wondering if it's more of a tension or if it's translational stress.
I thought it was compression, but
Yeah,
So that's a really
There's metaphors, whatever, right there. And this has the trend.
okay. Different stress, such as rocks can produce more different attitudes of stress in different directions. The difference between the largest and smallest stress is differential stress. The largest and smallest stress.
Oh, so that's the stress where we get the curves. But that wasn't one of them, was it? It was kind of
No.
compressional.
Hold up. There you go.
So,
Stress. The term we use. Tensional stress stretches the rocks. Compressional stress squeezes them. While shear stress. Okay, well that's. Let's see.
well, that's the translation one. The shear is the translation.
Huh?
Shear stress causes slipping or translation, and that was one of them. Oh, wait.
Yes, translational stress.
Okay. So
Where's my? Okay, so compressional, tensional, and translational. So tensional stress stretches the rocks. That was one of them.
So it probably is compressional then.
I think they're stretched
it's-
a little bit. They definitely are stretched a bit.
But there are some parts
Compressional
where it
stress
squeezes.
squeezes them, and that is one of them. And then translational. While shear stress causes slippage or translation. Do you think there's any slippage?
Well, this, I don't know if you would call this slippage right there.
Caitlin, how would you be able to tell if it was translational stress?
Translational just means something has been moved. Like, I'm translating across the board.
So for this mountain range, what types of stress would you see? Would you see translational? Would you see compressional? Or would you see compressional, tensional, and translational?
So
Okay.
we were talking about compression.
I think I see compressional because you see, does that cause bends? Is that what that one was again? Compressional.
Well, it squeezes it. And
Squeezes
that's kind
it.
of that squeeze where the bends are at.
And then like you can see like it is definitely, they're definitely being pressed into layers. And then I thought there was some tensional stress because how could there not be stretching if they're like,
Is it tensional or is it tensile?
tensional?
Then yeah, that would be stretching. That would be, how could you have stretching and compression at the same time though?
I guess that's true. How would you be able to tell the difference whether it's compression or if it's tensional? Because like,
If it's tensional, there would not be nearly as much folding as there is.
oh, okay, because tensional, it'd definitely be more straight. And then would there be able to be translational and compressional?
It's definitely possible.
But
From the picture you're given, not really.
so mostly compressional. And that's because you see all the folds and it's all the bends and it doesn't look like it's moving or translating a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's just okay.
Yeah.
I think I understand what's going on now.
Okay.
You're the best.
We just have you and is your roommate Heather? Haley, there we go. Like that's the
She's my roommate. Yeah.
It's like how it's like you two always in the lab and always helping us out with these.
It's because they actually get more hours the more time they spend with us.
It's true, but I like helping anyway.
That's true.
Like, if I'm really honest, I probably would do, like, I'd help with the labs if I didn't get paid. I don't know that I would grade if I didn't get paid, but I would help with the labs for free.
We see compressional stress because tensional stress would not have near as many folds, and you can see the layers, the compressed layers.
I'm just writing quick so that you look at it, you get it, and that's where it's at.
Okay, make observations of features of the fold that may or may not have been discussed in the text.
Okay, so this is the part this was supposed to take almost 10 minutes. So make observations of features of the fold that may or
Pulling
may
up the
not
text.
have been discussed. Well, it may or may not, so we can still talk about whatever.
But this is where we're gonna have to write a lot more. Submit links to your document. So I'm going into
Honestly, that's how I remember it.
my text. That's right. See what it says.
Right.
What section? I'm supposed to be on.
We're like 8.134 and 10.135. But I'm thinking MIT for the 10.
8 point. What is metamorphism? What drives metamorphism? Metamorphic type fixtures. Metamorphic zones. Interpreting metamorphic.
But it doesn't just say metamorphic, so this might be the deformation stuff you guys too.
Like chapter 10.
Yeah.
Crustal deformation.
It was like 1, 10, 10, 135. Yet what causes rocks to deform? This is deforming rocks. So there's the ductile. Faults and joints. We could talk about faults. And how like that there's that layer. Because like there's this right there.
Mm-hmm.
So we could talk probably about.
I don't see any faults. Do you? On this image?
No. But I mean, this is a mountain, so somehow something's happening with it.
Yeah, but we may not be able to see it in this image.
Because this used to be straight, because you know how we talked about everything is usually horizontal.
Well,
So something had to happen here to make it so it tilted. So that's, I guess, one observation we can make is that it has shifted over time because it has slanted. So I can just try.
so we see that there has been a fault that shifted.
But like, I don't know if you would call it a fault though.
Yeah, that's what
Because
we
just
look
that
at a different chapter.
this mountain. So the mountain in the picture shows that it shows tilted sediment layers. So I guess one observation we can make is that it could keep compressing because with that other picture, there was a lot more defined curves, and this one's just beginning to have those curves. So this is either a very weak metamorphic compression happening, or it's just the beginning when it's going to keep compressing.
How would you?
Let's see.
My brain is a little
No,
dead
I
right
know.
now.
My brain is kind of dying too. So do we want to talk about the different layers? Cement first, sediment layers first. Okay. So originally, everything has to be horizontal. And as time has gone, we've noticed that the mountain.
Well, the compressional tension would cause it. So is what would cause them to bend and to push up
but
and
first, this had to change before the compression had to change.
So, but the folding, all greater depth rocks deformed by ductile flow. Compression.
We have ductile.
You have ductile flow, so we can see we can see some ductile flow.
We can see a shift in sediment.
See the shifts in sediment.
The sediment layers slanting to. If it's a north-southeast west to the.
Causing the mountain to slant.
Causing the mountain to
Slope.
Would it be to the west?
We couldn't put a definite direction on it.
Okay.
To slope to one side.
We could do north, south, east. Okay, so.
Using this picture, though, definitely shows that we did use compression.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what other observations can we make?
These were deformed at high pressure and high temperature.
I mean, but that's what we know about metamorphic already. Is that it happens at high temperature and high pressure. So making it as an observation, I mean, we could just say that, but
Yeah. Gotcha.
let's see. I mean, it looks like erosion has happened because there is different.
There are definitely some like stream faces or something. So we can see some
And it looks
erosion.
like, yeah, and it looks right here, the flow is happening. Right in the middle, a flow is coming down. So,
See a flow on the mountain.
yeah, a flow going down this. And I don't want it to be.
Make it blue.
Well, I made that, I just erased that compression.
Yeah, you don't need those.
Okay. So those are kind of two main flows I'm seeing right there.
Mm-hmm.
I guess one thing we can make an observation about is that if the mountain, I guess if the plate tectonics keep pushing on the mountain, that we could have more compression and more ductile.
So if
plate tectonics keep pushing, or I guess keep.
if pressure is applied or keeps being applied.
Yeah, during plate tectonics, then the mountain will compress more and form an even stronger ductile.
The ductile bend.
The ductile bend, and create more of that.
And show more of a ductile flow.
Yeah.
Blech. This isn't a whole lot to write about. I don't know if this is 45 minutes of material. We could ask Caitlin how she would describe this.
If she want to.
We need to make observations of features of the fold that may or may not have been discussed in the text. And we just talked about how we can see the ductile flow, we can see the shift in sediment layers causing the mountain to slope to one side in certain areas. We can see the flow on the mountain front coming down like on the front face. And then we kind of just said like if it seems that if pressure keeps being applied to this mountain, it'll compress more and show a bit more of ductile flow. And that's just like what we've talked about. We can show you the image from what we see.
So you're trying to figure out what?
We're just supposed to make
observations of features of the fold that may or may not have been discussed in the text. And we've already kind of gone over the ones that were discussed in the text because it pretty much said that this is what ductile flow looks like. So.
You can tell we're very happy to do this today.
It looks like you got it. I mean, what's flow? Fold.
Well,
fold.
this says
Make
fold.
make observations
But
of
we also
features of
talked
the
about
fold.
flow.
Ductile flow. That's what how they talk
It's
about
what
it
they
in
have
the.
in the book for us. Yeah.
So when it goes like this.
So ours
It's
isn't a very
interesting
strong one.
phraseology for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the folding right there that you labeled. Yeah, that's it. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, then we're supposed to talk about this for 45 minutes. So I'm sitting here like, there's not 45 minutes of material in this image. There's some compression and obvious signs of compression. Once I read the text and looked at the images that they had to show what it was, yeah, I saw that, oh, this is definitely compression. And then there's at one point where it looks like there may have been a fault, and you can kind of see how, like, one side is like this and one side is like this. But other than that, I'm quite.
I don't think they want us to talk about erosion when it's just talking about fold, like that stuff. So we're like, I don't know what else
There's not really
to go off
erosion.
on. Yeah.
Like, I mean, erosion's happening, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's not like.
It's not blatantly obvious. Other than on, like, that front face, it does look like there's a stream, but.
Yeah, well, that's entirely possible and probably very likely, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as I know, that's.
Okay, should we just call it good for today?
It's like 20 minutes.
I know, but
I honestly don't care.
we can just be done. And then we'll do better next time.
Yeah, maybe he'll give us more material to talk. Alright, let me. So do you want to like buff this out, like make it bigger, or like try and
What do you mean?
we could like flesh it out a little bit, like so define this type of deformation as brittle or ductile, depending on this answer. So ductile because also there is very evident ductile flow. It does not have the appearance of brittle breakage.
The ductile flow it's there, but it's kind of weak at the same time. It's not as strong.
Oh, look
as
at this! Like,
I know there's some, but I mean compared to the picture where it was like even like the next back where you can see the obvious ductile flow. This one's kind of a bigger, more
yeah, this
wider
is
ductile.
this is a wider ductile.
So it probably happened quicker than.
And it's still, or we could just say, and it's still forming.
Yeah.
Okay, we see compressional stress because tensional stress, we're not having as many folds, and you can see the compressed layers. It is not transitional because we aren't seeing much change in area.
Yeah. Well, it's not shifting. Like
Change
to a different,
or
like
shifting.
like a fault does. That's a fault.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and then we cannot see ductile. We can. I guess you could say down here for observations.
For our observation,
We can see ductile. And I think last time when we tried to take the picture it didn't work. So if we just show the video on it and just explain it really quick. Just
oh, you weren't
show-
able to upload the video?
Well, I mean, no, not upload the video, but like upload the picture. The pictures don't upload because of the format that it's on. Remember when we tried to do the picture last time?
Didn't we just share it on Google Docs as a link?
No, I'm saying not last time, but like the last time we did.
Oh, well, then
A
we're just
snap
gonna put this in
picture.
a Google Doc.
Yeah.
So email me that real quick.
Yeah.
And I'll put this in a Google Doc.
Okay.
I don't know why we didn't think of this earlier.
We've had a long day.
Yeah. This will take a little bit of time to set up the Google Doc. Not really. A lot of time. The heck? It changed the font for only part of it. Okay, that's cool. We don't care. Are you emailing me on BYU?
Yeah, but I can email you.
It's whatever.
Hang on a moment while we sign you out to sign you back in.
Because BYU. They want me to override for the fall, but I'm not going to be able to take 12 credits if I do, so I don't know why they.
Oh, they always send me those.
You've been here a while?
Yeah. I always take them, but I usually only take like 1 or 2 credits.
Oh, so after, and they don't get mad? Are you doing over it? Are they online classes or are they on campus classes?
Whatever classes.
I'll try that. Then I'll just do it.
Because they're override, it's not your assigned track, so they can't get.
Mad at you for not taking 12.
I don't think I've set here.
CAR 1-3. There I am.
I mean, if you're doing fast fun stuff, then yeah, you're gonna need. If you're doing fast fun, then you're gonna need that.
I don't do FAFSA anymore. I don't get financial aid.
I don't do that, but some people do, so I just.
It's so depressing. Like, I don't know why I don't get financial aid. I don't get any help from my parents. I'm not claimed by anybody. And I don't make very much money. So I don't know why. I have to take out loans every semester. And they don't give me any financial aid. And they expect me to get good grades while still working. So I'm like, yeah, working my butt off.
Okay, I think it.
There's also work 50 hours a week and maintain a corporate
With more than 12 credits.
And it's like 50 hours, yeah. We cumulative 50 hours.
It's so hard. Like,
Okay.
just, yeah, I can hardly afford food. It's terrible.
Okay, I sent it to you.
Okay. Like, I just paid my deposit and that like cut into my food fund, so I've been eating eggs and tortillas for. No, I'm good. I'm not like starving. It's just I'm eating not delicious yummy nuts that I enjoy. I am. I'm eating responsibly and I hate it. Yeah, I know. When my boyfriend gets here, he's gonna take me out so much more, so then I can just eat frugally at home and then enjoy the deliciousness that he brings. I don't think he's dirt poor, but
Yay.
When my husband and I were dating, his dad made too much money for him to get financial aid at all.
was he claimed by his dad?
Until recently, yes.
See, I'm not even claimed. I haven't been claimed in a year, and I was claimed my freshman year, and I got financial aid my freshman year. And it just makes no sense because my dad hasn't made any more money than normal, and I stopped getting financial aid.
Yeah, my dad makes too much.
Like a $400 stipend every month for like gas, food, any random expenses. So, yeah, she make it go most of the time, but.
All right, so do we want to describe what we're drawing?
Probably, that way it knows what's going on.
Yeah, that's a document for another class.
I'm
Uh-oh. Okay, it's okay. I thought it was frozen. I was like,
It's still going. Okay.
yeah, it's still going. I thought it froze. I was freaking out for a second. What am I looking for? What is this?
Oh,
I
we're
don't need this.
describing the.
I just like having this up.
Oh, you're
So
good.
sketch the layers and structures.
So
Oh,
that's-
well then that's pretty obvious with what we've described.
Well, we could just say it in red.
In red, we're
In red, we sketched out the layers.
sketching out the layers we saw. The blue is the possible streams. Erosion. How do you spell erosion?
EROS.
There we go. My brain was like,
And then the black is where it shows the ductile.
black is where it shows the ductile flow. Okay.
Yes. Sweet, you can- Let's see.
Thank you. Submit your link to the recording. And then I think that's where we're going to have to submit the link to everything else too.
Okay.
Link to recording and the group's right up. Okay. So copy. Oh, I'll get the video to you too. I should have just said that too. I'm just like milking it, like letting it go for as long as we can.